Greetings from Oakwood University. My name is Leslie Pollard, and I have the pleasure of serving as president of Oakwood University. Annually, I enjoy the genuine pleasure of providing you with updates regarding the events and activities which take place at Oakwood University. Across the spring, summer, and fall of 2017, significant progress has been made in key strategic and operational areas. Each of these areas expresses some aspect of the mission of Oakwood University. As you receive these highlights, I trust that you will see in these providential breakthroughs that Oakwood University is indeed a school on a mission. On May 12 through 13, 2017, our very successful school year culminated with the graduation of 369 students from our 5 schools and 47 programs. Our dedicated administrators, our distinguished faculty, our hardworking staff, and hundreds of alumni celebrated the success of these graduates on an unforgettable Mother's Day weekend. Listen as our student tells you what Oakwood has meant to them.
I always wanted to go to college, but I never really thought it would be Oakwood College, so that was a surprise for me. And I got a call or a letter, acceptance letter from them, and I was like, there's no need to go forward, so I just came, yeah. Oakwood has always been that nurturing family kind of atmosphere for me to grow and develop. Dean Knight and his wife, always supporting me, invited me over to their house, giving me dinners. Miss Grace Arnold, of course, helping me out with disabilities, and also, just making sure my well-being, that I was okay. Oakwood is just that environment where you can just, I feel as if like you're a baby bird, and I feel like my whole time here, and now I'm a full-blown adult bird, and I can just fly and go wherever I need to be. I just came out always thankful that I had cancer because, I see life through a different lens and a different perspective, and that's really helping me, especially in my career goals and what I want to do. And I would have never have gotten here at this point. And at this point, I feel like I'm my best self right now. So I'm just so happy. I have no complaints, nothing. I tell my story because I know that there's someone that is stronger and that has given me my strength. So I don't tell it to brag about myself. I just tell it to reflect what God has done. My name is Loretta Smith, and this is my Oakwood story.
Coming out of graduation, 60 of our personnel left for what is called now our annual Faculty Development and Summer Institute on Biblical Foundations. It was organized by Research and Faculty Development. We are very grateful also to the Zinke Family Foundation for funding this mission essential event. We took on the topic of biblical foundations for career advising, and I can only describe it as an extraordinary event that took place on the Royal Caribbean sailing vessel. On sea days, we had a full workshop of faculty development, and then on in-port days, we did tours and other fun activities. The event was filled with moments of fun and learning. We also incorporated into the Summer Institute a President's Council mission trip, which was organized by the Office of Spiritual Life. We went to 3 schools in Jamaica, and to these schools we delivered supplies to assist students with the learning materials that are vital to their educational achievement. The President's Council mission trip was one of the highlights of the event. Immediately after the 7-day Faculty Development Institute, we moved into our institutional effectiveness retreat. Now, this is a very important time because here we review all of the data related to the institution. And then we plunged right into Oakwood University Online with our mini-mesters. This learning program has been a tremendous asset to Oakwood University. We had 40 classes that served the needs of more than 500 students, and it brought in revenue exceeding $300,000. Oakwood University has made a full commitment as a part of Vision 2020 to expanding our online footprint through our Oakwood online universities. We will continue to have partnerships with a number of institutions like Andrews University or suppliers like the Adventist Learning Community. And yet we are convinced, based on our stakeholder-focused research, they have told us that we must develop the Oakwood experience online and deliver it to constituencies who want the Oakwood moniker as a part of their educational and professional certification portfolios. By July of 2017, we had made international news. Who could forget that this summer's international Eisteddfod competition, which took place in Wales, brought together 70 of the greatest choral groups in the musical world. And there they met at this international choral event to represent us and the Seventh-day Adventist Church. We sent our Oakwood University Aeolians, and for 2 weeks, our students worked with faith and fervor. At the end of the choral festival, not only was our director named the premier director of the entire choral festival, Dr. Jason Ferdinand, but the Oakwood University Aeolians in 2017 were named the Choir of the World. And the summer edition of the Oakwood University magazine was changed to make sure that they were on the cover, along with a number of wonderful acknowledgments of the work that they had done. During the summer of 2017, we continued the mission of industry recovery. Now, our industry recovery initiative has 3 purposes. The first is to provide work opportunities for our students and thereby decrease their federal loan debt load. The second is to decrease institutional dependency on tuition and government support. And the third, which is just as important, is to return us to the blueprint of self-reliance upon which we were founded. Now, this summer was also devoted to laying out the strategic plan for the next 5 years from 2017 to 2022. At the strategic planning sessions, which we first held in Lake Guntersville Lodge and then later at a Marriott resort in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, we convened and we discussed both broadly and narrowly how we could follow the trend and educational data and where it tells us that we must go. Our mission across the next 5 years is based on Vision 2020. The strategic planning sessions resulted in the creation of the strategic plan, which has now received the input of board members, campus constituents, and alumni representatives, as well as our student population and the entire community. Our strategic plan has 7 priorities, the first of which is spiritual life and mission. Now, to signal such a commitment, we have requested that each vice president and director close to the offices on campus would close them so that every Thursday, as a university family, we can attend our university worship. And there we can pray together about the common interests we have in advancing the mission of Oakwood University. By the time August came, Colloquium had opened with a bang. We launched Career Pathways. In Career Pathways, we rolled out our 21st century curriculum, which includes both competencies and the student's ability to earn career certifications. During Colloquium 2017, we had a number of special guests who visited our workforce, and they addressed issues from employer expectations to living the faithful lifestyle. Our special guest on day 1 was the president of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, Dr. Freeman Rabowski. We were challenged and inspired by him and the attending UNCF representatives who taught us and reminded us that employers' concerns and needs and desires are important as we shape the next generation of workers. Then on day 2, Mr. Alphonse Brown, who is nothing short of one of the superstars of philanthropy, shared with the campus how we are ready to launch our Oakwood University Capital Campaign for our Health and Wellness Center. In August, when our 1,712 students arrived, among them were 432 freshmen and new students. We enjoyed a moving consecration service with them during freshman and new student orientation. We also launched a brand new app which takes academic advising and career advising and alumni mentoring and marries the three together and places them on the fingertips of our students through their smart devices. This app is called Gym Connect. In August, we held a Gym Connect launch party for 432 of our students. Now, Gym Connect will bring students into close connection with career advising, alumni mentoring, and the curricular revisions designed to guide them along their career pathways. With that grant from the UNCF for $6 million, 3 institutions form what we call the TOT cluster, T-O-T, Talladega, Oakwood, and Tougaloo. The TOT cluster is a pioneering new way to connect with today's millennial students. The 2017 University Convocation officially consecrates the school year to our special mission. We, the faculty, staff, academy, elementary, high school, junior high, all of us gather together as one worshiping community to refocus ourselves on why the Oakwood mission matters in a world that is so confused. We also provide a corporate anointing service in which every member of our community is reminded that God must be first as we go into the school year. And with His blessing, nothing will be impossible to us. As I said at the Convocation in 2017, our community does not have to be perfect to be purposeful. And while we may be flawed, as has been all of God's servants and all of His service organizations, we can be flawed, but we are focused. We are focused on His mission of bringing health and hope and healing to our communities. In September, we experienced another history-making event on the campus. It was called the Pentagon Comes to the People. It was sponsored by the Department of Defense and held right here on our Oakwood University campus. 222 representatives from industry, contracting, granting organizations, and other places spent 3 days on campus discussing with the Oakwood University faculty, staff, administrators, and students how we can access opportunities for our students in critical areas of need that serve the nation. We had an overwhelming response from our attendees. We at Oakwood have always had a strong service culture. So in September, we also felt impressed to launch a whole new employee affirmation initiative designed to strengthen and create a culture of affirmation and appreciation for our dedicated employees. Our employee recognition awards were presented at our staff colloquium to a packed room. And every division and employee was singled out for living the values of Oakwood University. These values have been enforced in a new publication called Values Matters. Some of our employees were moved to tears as testimonies of how much they meant to Oakwood University and our mission were freely expressed. Each received a gift card as well as a wall plaque which commemorates that they represent the wheels on the wagon that keeps this Oakwood ship moving. These celebrations will continue across the year as we continue this culture of affirmation. And I would be remiss if I did not include the mission update on our Agape Day, both in Huntsville and in Houston, in which under the leadership of the Office of Spiritual Life and the Academic Division, 700 of our students swarmed across 55 sites and offering the touch of service that makes Oakwood University such a treasured asset in the Huntsville community. In conclusion, as you can see, Oakwood University is on a mission. In 1896, Oakwood University was founded for a transcendent purpose. Thousands of alumni and tens of thousands of well-wishers and supporters know that as Oakwood goes, so goes much of the mission to people of color. Originally, 16 came to Oakwood Industrial School, but now more than 50 countries are represented in our student body and in our workforce. And that representation tells us that the future of Oakwood University is brighter than it has ever been. And it gives us a stronger resolve to make sure that this place called Oakwood University continues to diversify its undergraduate program and to grow its graduate offerings. We are determined that Oakwood will be all that it can be in the 21st century. We've made some resolutions. We will fully implement the Career Pathways 21st Century Curriculum, one that is sensitive to the needs of students and to the desires of employers. We will intensify our work on biblical foundations, which is so vital across the disciplines to maintaining the unique mission focus of Oakwood University and an Oakwood University education. We will continue to work on industry recovery. Given the unpredictability we see in government, Oakwood can ill afford dependency on either tuition or government assistance, and we must support our own unique mission through our own self-reliance. We will expand our infrastructure so that our students have state-of-the-art spaces to not only study and work, but also to play and to pray. The $30 million Health and Wellness Center will be a state-of-the-art facility that will address the diverse needs of a growing university community. We will keep up with the emerging technologies, both hardware and, more importantly, the learning management systems designed to simplify and to efficiently deliver our Oakwood University education. We will grow philanthropy, and we will increase the percentage of alumni who actively give back to the mission of this institution. We will continue to emphasize the spiritual mission of the institution across the curricular and the co-curricular environments. We will grow new faculty for the 21st century who can assist us in deepening the foundations of faith and learning upon which the disciplines should rest. We will grow our on-ground student body through working harder and smarter, and we will grow our online student body by expanding the footprint of Oakwood University electronically. We will continue to be a generative think tank that helps not only our regional work, but the entire North American division formulate new strategies and new perspectives, new modalities, and as you can see by watching Oakwood, new innovations for reaching the diverse population groups living in the territory that we call the North American division of the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Whether our reach is as far away as Nova Scotia or Guam, or as close as Northwest Huntsville, and all points in between, we will continue our march toward mission. We will continue to use media to tell the Oakwood story, because if we don't tell our own story, no one will tell it for us. We will become more competitive in our remuneration packages. It is well known in organizational circles that organizations often get what they are willing to pay for. However, I would paraphrase that. Our institution since 1896 has gotten far more than it has paid for, especially when I witnessed the dedicated work of our faculty, our staff, and our administrators. Join me, join us in strengthening the mission of this institution through your prayers and your active financial support. As the servant of the Lord has said, we have nothing to fear for the future except we forget how God has led us in the past. May God bless you, and may our good God bless this amazing place that we call Oakwood University.